Christians around the world celebrated the birth of Jesus Christ. The Orthodox faithful in Kilimani, Nairobi have celebrated Christmas today. Our reporter Paul Kirobi joined the faithful in the celebrations and filed the following report.
It's been 2 weeks since majority of Christians around the world celebrated Christmas on 25th of December. However, for the Orthodox Church, January 7th is the day they recognize as the day Jesus Christ was born. The difference in the timing of the Christmas celebrations stretches back to 1582, when Pope Gregory the 22nd ruled that the Catholic Church should follow a new calendar, as it was closer to the solar calendar than the Julian calendar. And all set ahead of today's celebration. The manger where Jesus was laid by his mother Mary is ready. Lighting the candle is a symbol of peace. But before we enter the church, traditions must be followed. When you go to Rome, you do what Romans do. After wearing this nethela, we are now allowed to join the church service that has already started. The men and women entering the church must leave their shoes outside. It may sound absurd to other Kenyans, but this is a tradition here.
Basically, we have a difference of 7 years. This has its own story. This started at the 13th century by the Pope Gregory, the Catholic Pope. So he came up with his own calculation of the calendar. So he decided to top up these years, the different years and months and dates. So he said we are late of this year, this month and these dates. So we have to top up. And now the difference came. But at the beginning it was the same. We were following the same calendar. But because of that Pope, we have the difference of these 7 years now.
This particular church is divided into 3 sections. The main hall, where men sit, another area reserved only for priests, and a place set aside for women alone. Men are not allowed to sit close to women. Worshippers in this church worship in Amharic, which most of the congregants speak. There was a special section of the church where congregants were taught to sing an Ethiopian worship song dubbed Kides in Giz. Members of this church were observing a 40-day fast where they were required to eat vegetables only.
We basically have liturgy starting from midnight. So 2 up to 3 a.m. in the morning there. Then we finish. That is the liturgy. It includes spiritual songs. We have the preaching. We have the Holy Communion for this day. So we use this kind of tradition to celebrate it. Then once we are done with the spiritual thing, then the next day, the Christmas day, of course, we follow the cultural kind of celebrations.
Like now, tunajua story ya Daniel na the 3 youngsters wakiishi huko Babylon, walikuwa na avoid zile chakula ambayo walikuwa nafaa kukula huko wakiishi huko ndani ya ikulu ya Nebuchadnezzar. So no, they were strictly vegan. They were focused. They were eating only vegetables. So even it is biblical so that our soul can have power.
I joined the choir members, priest and the lead monk in a traditional dance last night. The church is lively with new members of small communities, including Kenyans who have cited different reasons why they joined the Orthodox Church.
Iliota kuna like meteor showers zinaanguka na watu walikuwa nakufa, alafu hii church peke yake ndio ilikuanga na protection kutoka hiyo meteor shower. So by kukuja huku niko protected from hizo vices za shetani zenye ziko kwa world.
Isa iko na historia ndefu, at least miaka 1300. Kuanzia kwa wakati wa King Solomon na Queen of Sheba ndio kuabudu Kikristo ilianza.
Nilijua through reading, nilikuwa interested na kusoma history ya church, na through research nikajua kuhusu Ethiopian Orthodox Church, the Wahedo Church, na hiyo ndio ilifanya nikuwa na interest ya kukuja.
Personally nilikuwa nataka kujijua, so hiyo njia ya kujijua, kutafuta mimi na nikapata hapa ndio place naweza fit, hiyo welcoming peace na nika feel at home too.
Hapa kitu ya kwanza niliinvitiwa na a friend, nika come and the feeling, the host itself ilikuwa different sana. Out there ilikuwa cold, nikakuja hapa nikapata warmth, and kutoka hapo it's a different story. Wazazi wangu ni watu independent, walinipa pia hiyo freedom ya choice, hakuna mahali wamewahi oppose. Pia my mom ameweza kufika hapa on different occasions, na pia ni mtu amefurahia na hiyo change yangu, notice pia kwa matendo na kila kitu.
The main challenge facing new members, especially Kenyans, is language barrier.
Kwa wakati wa preaching, unajua ndio unapata inatumika, so kubreak hiyo language barrier imekuwa ngumu. Si impossible, it's just plain hard.
The Catholic Church believes the Pope is infallible in matters of doctrine. However, Orthodox believers have rejected that and consider their own patriarch. After the night of church service that ended at 3 a.m., members are now allowed to go and celebrate with their families. Paul Kirobi, TV 47, Kilimani, Nairobi.